Hi everyone and welcome to a very wet Sunday morning. Unfortunately I can't go to a car boot today because it's just raining outside. Probably can't see but yeah, it's wet outside, it's drizzling. There's no way I'm going to the car boot unfortunately. So I thought I'd do a sales video instead of a haul video this week. Hope that's okay. I know some people like watching these sales videos, see what's sold and how much I've made from certain items. I did go charity shopping a couple of times this week, but I didn't really pick up enough to do a haul. Quite a lot of it again was media. I picked up a huge bundle of Blu-rays the other day, but there's no point showing you really because it's not that interesting. So I thought I'd just put out this sales video. It's going to be 25 recent items since my last video that I did sales on. So I'll go through those and I'll mention any little stories or anything as I go along. So I hope you enjoy. So this is the first item. You'll probably remember I picked up some vintage Star Wars figures a couple of weeks ago now, and there'll be a few of these scattered throughout these sales because I have sold like about half of them now. So the first item that's sold from that lot was this Jabba the Hutt throne. It's got like layers, collar and the stand for the pipe and everything. This sold for £44.99. If you remember from the video, I paid £10 for it. So that was a great sale. I was really happy with that. Next item we have is this MTV multi-terrain vehicle with Star Wars again. It's one of those mini rigs. These don't hold a lot of value, as I said in my haul. I think I said in my haul that these don't hold much value. I did get a bit more than I thought I would for it though, £7.99, which isn't too bad, especially it didn't have the gun on the top. That's what none had sold that didn't have a gun on the top, so I was quite surprised mine sold. Next, a piece of media. This is Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. It's like a live on stage version on DVD. Paid 50p from a charity shop for this. I had a comment this week about some of the stuff that I haul, low value, low margin stuff. I got questioned why I'm picking up low value, low margin items to sell. So yeah, I thought I'd comment on it. I do pick up low value stuff, low margin stuff some of the time. Sometimes I don't know if it's going to be low margin or not. I take a chance, like this DVD, it was 50p. I took a chance on it and found out it was worth quite a lot of money. Yes, that doesn't happen all the time, but for me it's not always about the money. I like finding new homes for like unwanted items, and I get like a huge sense of satisfaction when I know someone's bought something and I've sent it to them and they've got it. I've been on eBay now since 2001 in various forms, mostly selling off my collections over the years and buying and selling my things from my collections. It's only like the past couple of years I've done this as a business and full time. So I've always enjoyed selling like random things on eBay, and that's what makes me happy, especially listing items that I enjoy listing, like media. I've got a background in selling media through other jobs I've had in my past, so buying and selling media is something that I really enjoy doing. I don't sell many things like clothes and shoes like lots of resellers do, and video games. I've got no idea about video games, so I just leave the other resellers to do that. If I was selling and listing clothes and shoes all day, I will literally be bored out of my brains. I wouldn't have any motivation to do it. Even if, yeah, the margins might be higher on some of the things, I have no idea about clothes and shoes and video games. When I go to your car boots and stuff, I've got no idea what I'm looking at. If you're reselling, you need to home in on things that you know about, hence why I buy a lot of old toys and collectibles, because I know about that stuff. I buy a lot of media because I know about that stuff. So that's why my methods aren't the same as some of these big other YouTube resellers that people may watch. Plus, selling low margin stuff, if it sells, it gets the eBay algorithm working and it boosts other listings. I don't know how it works, but you know, the more sales you do, the more eBay's going to push your items out to other people. So even if you don't make much money on low value stuff, it does help your other sales in the long run. So yeah, I hope all that makes sense. Sorry for going off on a tangent, but I thought I'd just address some of the comments I've been having recently on some of my videos. Anyway, back to the sales. So this DVD sold for $11.99. I paid 50p for it. Next we have a Star Wars figure. This is an Axe Woves. If you're watching The Mandalorian on Disney Plus at the moment, this character has come back for this season and he appeared recently, hence why this is probably sold. Sold for $19.99 and I think I picked it up for about £11, I think, something like that. Next I've sold out now of the Paul McGann figures. I think I've mentioned these before. I can't remember if I picked up another set since. I might have found a random set in B&M or not. But anyway, I've sold out of this one now. This one was the most valuable one from the Paul McGann set. I've still got a couple of other versions of Paul McGann on my eBay site, but this is the most valuable one. Sold for $16.99. The whole set itself is $16.99, so the other two figures are pure profit. Next, another Star Wars figure. This is Emperor Palpatine, sold for $16.99. I paid about $6.99 for it, I think, in a sale, so that's a great markup on that one. Next, these, I can't remember if I hauled these in a charity shop video. These were 50p each. These are Inspector Mantelbano. It's an Italian murder mystery crime type show. I'm guessing I haven't watched it. It is in Italian with English subtitles. I did check that before I listed it. And these were 50p each. So what did I pay? I paid £3 for these 6 DVDs and got £24.99. Hence again why I like selling media, because sometimes you come across things like this. I didn't know it was worth this much when I bought it. I can just tell. I've got this weird sixth sense about DVDs and media that I know certain things are worth money, and this was. Doesn't always work, but this time it did. So yeah, I can't remember when I sold this, but it was getting on for at least 10 days ago, so I'm presuming the buyer is happy. I was just a bit worried because it's in Italian, but yeah, I think the buyer hasn't got back to me yet, so fingers crossed everything's okay. Next, another one of these Star Wars figures from the car boot haul I did. This is the B-Wing pilot and sold it for $9.99. That was £2 from the car boot. Next, another example of my Kaplunk obsession. I keep going on about selling Kaplunk parts. So I've got this one which sold for $6.99. These are the marbles, and then the sticks for $5.99. So they're out of one of the Kaplunk board games I've picked up recently for between £2 and £3. I've sold those 2 parts for £13. Another piece of media, 50p again, and sold it for $6.99. It's a Gavin and Stacey Christmas special DVD with a slipcase. That's always nice to have a nice condition slipcase with it. Next, another Star Wars figure from that car boot haul. This one sold for $8.99. It would have been worth more, but you can see on the hand, on the right hand, he's got a thumb missing. Which I've seen before on this figure. I'm not quite sure why it's a common thing for the thumbs to break off these Imperial Biker Scouts, but it does happen. So even with the thumb missing, it sold for $8.99, which is good. Next, another one of these vintage collection figures. It's a Super Commando Captain Mandalorian. Again, probably fueled by the Mandalorian Disney Plus series that's showing at the moment. Sold for $18.99. I think this one was about £7 I purchased this one for. Next, an X-Files CCG promo card called Not on the Menu. As you probably know, I love CCGs. The X-Files CCG is one I've collected. I've got the complete collection and I've still got it in my collection. It's not one I've sold off. These, I did have 3 of this. They've now all sold. They sold between, this one sold for $9.99 on offer. The other sold a bit higher. So we're talking like $12.99, maybe even $14.99 originally. These were from a bundle of X-Files cards I bought randomly on eBay. I can't remember how much I paid for them because it was quite a long time ago. It's probably about a year ago maybe. But it wasn't much, so I've made a lot of profit off that bundle. Next, another 50p car boot item. This was the Master. I bought this, I can't remember, a couple of weeks ago maybe. It sold for $9.99. Again, I paid 50p for it. Next, there are 2 Blu-ray HD 4K movies, The Revenant, and we've got Independence Day. Revenant sold for $6.99. It's sold. This is one of the quickest items that's ever sold. I didn't even get the email through to say it had been listed before it even sold. It was literally within a minute of me listing this, it sold. I'm not quite sure how it sold that fast, but it did. Sold for $6.99, and Independence Day sold for $6.99. If you remember, I bought these at the car boot last Sunday. These were 50p each. So again, media, 50p into £7. Next, a brilliant sale again on these Star Wars vintage items. These went to the same buyer, hence this on the same order. I've put solds on the screen just over the tracking number because I don't want any issues. So these sold on offer for £20 each. They were up for $22.99 each, but when it came up on the send offers to watchers thing and they were both there, I thought it might be the same buyer, so I gave them a discount if they bought both. And it was the same buyer and they bought both. £20 each, so £40 out of those two. I paid £5 each for those at the car boot. Next, I don't know quite what's going on with this figure this week. It's a Captain Poe Dameron. I sold both of them within a week of listing. And this is quite a high price. I put it up higher than what I thought it would actually go for. And both of them sold to different people, which I'm a bit confused about, but I'm not going to question it. They sold for $15.99 each, and I paid $8.95 each in a sale for those figures. Next, the Care Bear. This sold for £11.50 on offer. I think maybe it was on offer, I can't remember. But I paid, I think it was 50p. It was probably last summer I bought this at a car boot sale, I think, and I'm sure it was 50p. So yeah, 50p into $11.50, brilliant. It did take a while though. Plush does tend to hang around. Next, this Paul O'Grady book. I picked this up last Sunday at the car boot sale, and there weren't many on eBay, so I priced it high just to see if it would sell, and it sold. It sold for $22.99. I paid 50p for it. I did send out some offers for $19.99 to about 3 people before it sold full price, and yeah, it sold full price, so I'm very happy about that. Next, another piece of media, a bit lower value this time, but again, I only paid 50p for it. It was a Happy Valley DVD, sold for $4.99. Then we have a Micro Machine set now. I think I bought this on eBay. It wouldn't have been very much money, I don't think. It would have been £10 at the most. It did sell on offer for $19.99. And so yeah, I was very happy with that. It did hang around quite a bit, so I was happy to see it go. Getting $19.99 out of it, I was quite happy. Next, a little bit of a fail. Not everything's a home run, unfortunately. It was this Harry Potter Quidditch set. I picked this up from a car boot. Was it the first car boot I went to this year? Can't remember. It was £8. It sold for £12 on offer. The condition of it wasn't brilliant. It did have a tear in the sticker on the bottom, and it was a little worn. It didn't have the poster or the key that should come with it. But yeah, it sold for £12, so I don't even think I made profit out of that after fees and postage, but you win some, you lose some. And the final thing that sold, I listed this yesterday and it literally sold within a few hours. It's a Top Trump set from Merlin, the BBC TV series. I had a leftover promo Super Top Trump that wasn't selling. I've had it on for months, so I lumped it together with the set. The set's quite rare anyway. It does sell up to about £20. Unfortunately, my cards were missing the 3 insert cards, plus the condition wasn't the best on the cards. They had been played quite a lot. So I didn't feel comfortable selling it for £20. So I put it up for $14.99, which again, I was sort of stretching it a bit. I thought it would go more, about £10. But they sold within a few hours, and these have gone global shipping to America. So fingers crossed when they get them, they're happy with them. So I hope you enjoyed that video of 25 recent sales. Sorry, again, there's no car boot haul, but we're outside. No one's going to go to the car boot when it's like this. So unfortunately, there's no car boot haul this week. Fingers crossed for next week. If it's sunny, I will go to the bigger one in Wales again because I always do a lot better there. So fingers crossed the weather's nicer. If you're into my unboxing videos, I've got a lot of Indiana Jones figures coming up, as you'll probably see from my last couple of videos. And what else have I got coming up? I've got a Jerry Anderson CD that's new out, and that'll be coming out soon. And yeah, other than that, it'd just be like charity shop hauls and car boot hauls, obviously, when I can get to the car boots. So thanks for watching, everyone. Please subscribe, like the video. It helps push it out to other people. And other than that, guys, thanks a lot. I'll see you soon. Bye.